Hey guys, Finn here, that is of course FYNN. Before I get too far into the video, I have reached 200 subscribers and I just want to thank you guys so much. It is a huge achievement for me and it is why I love doing YouTube when I do hit these milestones. Not because my channel is growing, because I'm building more of a community, which I absolutely love. So welcome to everyone who is new. And yeah, I do want to do a Q&A because next month I will have reached 1 year of doing YouTube. So I do want to do a Q&A, question and answer. So ask me any question in the comment section down below. Make it a bit interesting, a bit weird, your questions, just so that the video is interesting. Yeah, ask away whether it's football related or not football related. But yeah, Arsenal Manchester United 1-1. I am disappointed is the nice way of saying it. I mean, lots of yeah, I'm actually speechless from the game. I think lots of people I know said Manchester United are going to lose. Lots of people said Manchester United should beat Arsenal, but I'm as disappointed as if we did lose, because we had it. We had the win in our hands and we let it go, and I'm so disappointed in the players. Look, we listened to the press conference after the match and we listened to how everyone speaks. Ole said, yeah, but everyone played well. Everyone deserved a point from it. Arsenal deserved a point. Manchester United deserved a point, which is not the mentality to go into a game or after a game like that. You do not say, yeah, but they also deserved a point. You should not work towards that, because we did deserve the point. We played so much better in the beginning of the game. We listened to McTominay's interview after the game, him saying, yeah, we deserved it. That's what we need, not what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says by, yeah, we both deserved a point, because we did it. We deserved that point throughout the majority of the game. We had to listen to David De Gea, what he had to say about the game. He also said, we need to win games like this. We need to win games like this if we want to be in the top 4, which I couldn't agree with more. We need to actually sit down and say to ourselves, that was not good enough. Yeah, to draw against like a top 6 team, but still not good enough. Now we're lying 10th in the table, I think, and that is so embarrassing. I mean, as I said, Manchester United, I'll always support Manchester United, but I'm not proud of us at the moment, which, I mean, is horrible. I mean, how the mighty have fallen. This fixture used to be one of the greats in the Premier League. Now it means absolutely nothing. It's a joke. It is the banter game or whatever you call it. Yeah, it's actually embarrassing. And we even look at the captains. That's how you know how far it's fallen. We used to have the likes of Ashley Young and we used to have Shaka. Those were our captains during the game. That is embarrassing, because you look back in like the olden time, I say olden times, in the older games where it's like Roy Keane and Vieira, those were the captains, and we see how far the squads have actually fallen. I mean, it was so embarrassing. In Manchester United, each individual players, I mean, look, David De Gea had an excellent match. That double save was like absolutely superb. Yeah, as I said, he had a star performance, David De Gea. It's a pity that we did concede that goal. He couldn't have done anything about it. On the left back side was Tuanzebe. Look, I'm not gonna lie, going into the game, I would have put Rojo in over Tuanzebe and then maybe late in the game brought Tuanzebe on in that place. I mean, it would be nice to play both of them, but you can't have both your left and right back to be, well, normal centre backs, if that makes sense. But yeah, I have to say that I'm not happy with that result at all. Tuanzebe started off the game so well. He really did show a different element of strength, pace and skill, but ended up costing us a goal with that sloppy pass, slightly too far ahead of the other defenders, and I mean, that cost us the goal. I'm very upset with that, but once again, that is one bad moment that does end up happening. But other than that, he gave away sloppy passes. I don't think Tuanzebe should have gotten up the way he did, because I think he's not used to playing Premier League. He doesn't play Premier League. He's played in the other European games with us. He's played in the Championship with Aston Villa, but I don't think he can actually change that mentality to play in the Premier League. He can't use the exact same tactics, and it didn't end up working for him, and he cost us that, which I'm very upset by, because I love Tuanzebe, and you have to say to a point, look, I know lots of people, for me, saying Tuanzebe did lots of things wrong. Lots of people absolutely love him. I absolutely love him, and they're going to give me crap for just giving him some criticism, which I think is justified. I don't think he did what he should have. Yeah, I would have played Rojo there and maybe brought Tuanzebe on later. McTominay, Lindelof made a few silly mistakes, but overall weren't looking too bad. Overall, the only problem is Arsenal's attack is so much faster than us that it is hard for us to stop them. Ashley Young was so dreadful. Why is he a Manchester United player? He would not start in any other team. He would not start for Sheffield United. His crossing are horrible. His passing horrible. Tackles unnecessary. He knew he was going to get fouls. He is not a Manchester United player. I don't want to call him my captain. He is not my captain. I never want to look back and say he was my captain. The only person I said to people I was watching with, when the game started, McTominay is my captain. He is my captain. He's the leader in the team. He's the one who fights throughout the game. And I was right. We look at the way McTominay played. He had an awesome game. I mean, it sucks that every time he does score, we don't end up winning that game. And I feel so bad because he works harder than almost anyone else in that team, Scott McTominay. He plays super, super well, and he scores a goal, which was an absolutely beautiful goal. And then we don't end up getting the win. I feel so sorry for him. But you saw what he did this game compared to what he does other games is he won us lots of fouls, which actually he's done that before, but I really like that element of his game, especially because he's so big and strong. You don't expect him to be the one who wins fouls for us. He makes some great passes. To me, he's the star of the team. I think he had a really good game, but sadly that doesn't really matter when the whole team doesn't do well in a group. Other midfield, Pogba got rid of sloppy passes. He wasn't really where he should have been in the game. Look, he had that beautiful shot that almost went in. I was going to be so happy if that went in. But other than that, didn't really do what he should have in the game. He really did waste his passes. We look at him and we look at a player like Kevin De Bruyne, who's gotten 8 assists in 7 games for City, and we say, why can't we have a midfielder who gets assists like that? Pogba has that ability, but yet he wastes it, which is horribly sad. I'm surprised he played in the game because he was supposed to be injured, which, by the way, upset me hugely that Wan-Bissaka didn't play. I didn't know that until before. I put him in my fantasy team, which did annoy me a tiny bit because obviously he didn't play, but he did get sick, and I think if Wan-Bissaka played, we would have won the match. That is my opinion on that. If he played over Young, probably I would have been happy. Let's be honest, if he was there, then Young would have played on the left side over Twanzebe, knowing Solskjaer or knowing the Manchester United management in general. Wan-Bissaka would have won us the match. But by the way, if you don't know, I do predict the Premier League results and put out a fantasy team every week. Do subscribe if you want to see that. Other midfield, Jesse Lingard, absolutely invisible. I didn't see them the whole game. Maybe he made 1 or 2 good passes, but other than that, invisible. Does not deserve to wear that Manchester United jersey. Get him out. It's so sad seeing he's our attacking midfielder or our centre forward. When we used to have players like Rooney in that position, I think let's just get rid of Lingard the next transfer window. I don't care that he came through our academy. Get rid of Lingard, bring in someone like Maddison or Bruno Fernandes. We need top class. If we get rid of a top class player like Rooney, we need to bring in a strong player in this place. Pereira had an amazing run and skill in the beginning of the game where he got that shot that almost got that goal. Beautiful from him. I think he had a great game. Lots of aggression shown. It's sad that they took him off. I think he was one of the star players for us, and we probably could have done a lot better if we kept him on throughout the game. Daniel James, very good, very pacey. Unfortunately, the problem with his pace is he gets there, but no one else shows eagerness to get in that striking position, which I'll get to now. Daniel James would have been seen as an excellent player throughout the game if Rashford did better. Rashford's the reason Daniel James didn't look too good in the game was because Rashford never stands in the right position. I always realize that he always stands close to the person who wants to pass the ball, and then Lingard's in the box when it should be the other way around. The attacking midfielder should be there so that he can create a chance to get it to the strike in the box, not the other way around. Rashford's positioning is horrible. It did cost us the game. He just took way too many touches when he had chances to shoot, and that cost us the game hugely. Rashford had an absolutely horrible game. I'm so disappointed by the way he plays, and he needs to do better if he wants to be known as a Manchester United striker. Otherwise, if he continues this, Martial, I can't wait for him to get back, obviously. But I need Martial to get back in that. Otherwise, we need a new striker. Rashford is not cutting it. He was not a striker in that game. He does not deserve to be called a striker in that game. He has the ability to, but he messed it up in this game. He looked a bit better when he was on the left wing or right wing, because that's actually what he looked like he was playing throughout the game anyways. We brought on Mason Greenwood, had that really sloppy control in the box and could have taken a shot, but messed that up hugely for Manchester United, which is a pity. But overall, I wasn't happy with Mason Greenwood. Obviously, he didn't get that much time. but it's very tricky. I mean, I would have also put him on. I mean, he scored twice last week in 2 different competitions. I don't see why not give him a chance. He didn't get the result that we were hoping for. Overall, Manchester United, I'm really not happy with that performance. That was, as I said, Manchester United versus Arsenal used to be a great fixture in the Premier League. Now it's fallen hugely. And now, obviously I said I'd do my predictions, and the next game is against Newcastle in the Premier League, which I'm not confident about. They just lost 5-0 to Leicester, and I'm not confident we're beating Newcastle. That's how disappointing this is. Manchester United, I'm so disappointed in you. You do not have that fight for it. Our manager doesn't have the fight for the win. We see some players, as I said, like Scott McTominay, and we see De Gea, and they seem really eager to get a win. They really want to fight for a top 4, and they know what it takes. But Ole is saying, we deserved a point, they deserved a point, a draw is good enough. That's not the mentality to go into this. You can't, no. If we want to be the best of the best, we really do have to take a victory like that. I mean, we're losing against really bad teams, but as I said, I would have the same amount of disappointment if we lost. That's how bad that was, because we really did have the victory. We had a chance for victory. Fred also came on. Didn't see too much of him, obviously. And the refereeing was horrible, by the way. What an absolutely horrible ref. So many wrong calls. Just in general, when it came to fouls, get really horrible with his yellow cards. I mean, he really didn't know what he was doing, the ref. There was obvious handballs as well, and then it's kind of like, but it was unintentional. But those are the new rules. If it's a handball, it's a handball. That's what it is. The ref also messed us up hugely, and especially because he disturbed the flow of play, because Manchester United had it, and then it's a wrongly called foul, and then it's given to Arsenal. It's destroyed our flow, and as I said, I'm hugely disappointed in the Manchester United team. It needs to be better. They need to do better. Guys, you tell me what you think about that. Once again, thank you so much for 200 subscribers. I really couldn't have done it without all of you awesome people. Send me questions down below in the comment section. I promise you I will try answer them in a Q&A next, when I end up doing that video. But otherwise, if you want to see my Premier League predictions, go subscribe, check it out. I will upload it in the next day or two. This has been Finn, FYWN. Love all of you. Stay awesome. Cheers.